let's go to our positions. Hope you all can see this. These are the positions. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, where are we? We are. Ooh, we're making some money today. SPY. This is the S&P 500. It opened higher, sold off with the good news. So not the point. I'll go to some charts later on. So my positions are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 7. But then each one has multiple legs. So as you guys can see, again, all of this I will post on the community page of the YouTube channel by 2 p.m. today. All right, let's start with DFW, DeFi Development Corp. This is a Solana treasury asset company. I just have 45 put credit spreads on this one. Going out to October, I'm short to 15 puts and long to 12.5 puts. This is called a defined risk trade, a put credit spread. Basically, I have sold the closer to the money put, and I have bought a put to cover my butt in case things get ugly. Okay, I have 45 lots each. My cost is 182 on the short puts and 68 cents on the long puts. My short puts are, so stock is 15.35. By the third Friday of October, if the stock is above 15, this will expire worthless. So basically, 182 minus 68 is about $1.24. Yeah, $1.24, $1.25. So I took in $1.25 for each credit spread and put credit spread and times 45. I will keep all the premium if by the third Friday of October, DFDV is the symbol, is at 15 or higher. Done. Next position, I added some today. I have 8,500 shares of a stock called INHT, Inno Holdings. I added like, I think, a couple 3,000 shares today. So my average cost 143, stock is 138. We'll see what happens there. I have a on MSTU, which is the 2x ETF of MSTR, which is completely related to Bitcoin. I have let's call it synthetic. It started with selling puts and buying a call debit spread, but since MSTR went down, MSTR went down, MSTU went down, I bought the short leg back with profits. Now I have I'm short 45 of the December 5 puts at a cost of $1.18.5. Let's say $1.19. They're about $1.50 because it's gone down. But on the other hand, I'm long 100 of the December 5 calls with a cost of 93 cents, and they're about 75 cents. But I took in about 8 cents on the short leg because I had the call debit spread. I was long the 5, short the 10s. I bought those back. Now this is it's an asymmetric synthetic. Let's call it that. Okay. It's not symmetric. Symmetric would be if I had 100 short puts, 100 long calls. That would be a synthetic, basically a stock replacement situation without buying the stock. So that's called a synthetic long, basically. So I'm a synthetic long on this one. Next one, some of these nosebleed stocks. I wish I was short Oklo, but I didn't. I am short 1,200 shares of Rigetti Computing, which is short, literally short the shares. Rigetti Computing is quantum computing stock that went from 5 to 35. I shorted it at 31.13. I sold the 27.5 puts against it. I bought those back at 2 cents today, and then I sold the 31.5. Stock is 31.09. They're expiring today. So either I'm going to get assigned at 31.5, close the position with profits, or we're going to keep the ball rolling and sell some more puts. But if it's below 31.5, I'm going to cover 1,200 shares that I'm short. And that'll be done that way. Next position is SharpLink Gaming, SBET. Now, this is a complicated position. Please go check out the community page. Honestly, I will try to explain it, though. So how do we do this? Let's do it this way. So Sharpling Gaming. First of all, I'm long 1,500 shares at 17.04. Stock is 16.26. At the same time, I am short. Again, this is going out, by the way. This is going out to January 2026. So this is going to be a longer-term position. I am short 60 put credit spreads. I sold the $15 puts at $255, and I bought the 12.5 puts, same as DFDV. I bought the 12.5 puts. This is January expiration 2026 at $1.30. So I took in a $1.25 credit. So I took that credit, used that money on 60 of them, and bought some calls, bought some shares with that money. So I'm getting paid to play at the same time because I don't have the same amount. Again, this is also a non-symmetric synthetic. Say that again 3 times fast. So the put credit spread, we're going to keep. Shares we're going to keep. But at the same time, I'm also long 15, January 2026, $15 calls. But against that, I went and sold, and against my shares, I went and sold 30 because 15 options equals 1,500 shares plus 1,500 physical shares. I get in and out of these things all the time. I sold 30 January 2026, 25 calls against the long position at a cost of $1.90 and they're $1.80. So that position is as is, it stands. Next one. This is the headache of all headaches because the market maker are absolutely messing with the pricing of the options. I initially started this as a symmetric synthetic. I sold a put credit spread and I bought a call debit spread on SMLR, Semler Scientific, which is a bona fide medical equipment maker or medical testing company. So what happened? But at the same time, last year, at a lower price, they bought themselves 5,100 BTC. Well, Vivek Ramaswamy's company called ASST, I know the symbols. I don't know the name of the company. Anyway, on Monday, they came and said, well, they're a BTC or Bitcoin Treasury Asset Company. They said, okay, we're going to buy Semler Scientific we're going to merge and we're going to take over your BTC. I'm like, great. So what did they do? They offered Semler Scientific, which the shareholders approved. They're going to do share for share, meaning, so last time I looked, when they announced the deal, ASST shares were at 4, and they said, we're going to give you 21 shares of ASST for each share of Semler Scientific. I'm like, fantastic. So 21 times 4 is 82. Stock closed at 30. So on this one, I'm short the 30 puts going out to December. I'm short the 30 Semler puts, and I'm long the 25 puts. As you guys notice, I'm doing all this with defined risk downside trades to the downside, but not that much on the upside. My upside is pretty wide open, right? So what am I doing here? So what I want to do, I'm just going to wait now because the second the deal was announced, all the options went haywire. So I'm long options. I'm not long the stock, and I'm short options. So here's some of the bid and asks. For example, on the 25 puts that I'm long, bid is 65 cents, offer is $4.50. How am I supposed to get out of this thing now? I can't. I have to wait until this deal closes. At the same time, on my members group, I said, there's a great arbitrage here. Why don't you guys buy Semler Scientific and short ASST? If they had done that, Semler Scientific is basically about the same price as when ASST was at 4. Guess what ASST is at today, guys? $2.50. You would have made a ton of money if you did the arbitrage. Now, even at 250 times 21, Semler Scientific is worth about 55. Well, what's going to happen? We're just going to have to wait. At some point, I will have to exercise and exchange my shares for ASST shares, and then it's going to be a long process. So, but like the other, for example, another bid and ask, the $30 calls, 4 bid, 590 offer. The $30 puts, 370 bid, 780 offer. How the heck am I supposed to deal with this? Or the short calls, because I did the put credit spread between the 30 puts and 25 puts. Then I turned around and used some of that money, bought a call debit spread. I bought the 30 calls and sold the 40 calls. So I have tons of upside with limited risk downside. Okay, well, how am I supposed to get out of this position now? Well, I don't see any way to get out of it other than deal closes, I exchange my shares for ASST shares. So if I have 25 call options, I have 25 of the calls. If it's above, I have the 30 calls. If it's above 30, I have to exercise 2,500 shares and then go and exchange those for ASST shares times 21. And we'll see. We'll see where that deal is going to go. But I still do like the arbitrage. The arbitrage is still there. In fact, Semler is now at exactly where I put the trade on a couple of weeks ago. So, but now you cannot do it with options. Now, the best trade to do now would be to buy Semler shares and the same quantity, not same quantity, same dollar amount, go short ASST, because that's called arbitrage. If ASST goes up, Semler is going to go up by 21. If ASST keeps going down, Semler is not going to go down. The break even on this deal is at $1.50. $1.50 times 21 is about 32. Even you will even make money there if it goes to $1.50. Well, it seems like it's on its way to $1.50 because it was at 4 when the deal was announced. Now it's down to $2.50. I'm pretty sure they'll take it to $1.50. There's another reason for that, is because the PIPE investors who invested in ASST, their PIPE means private investment in public equity. Their investment is at, their pricing was at $1.50. So now ASST would like to become a treasury asset company, take over the 5100 BTC of Semler Scientific. Now, again, when I did the Semler Scientific trade, why did I do it? The only reason I did it is because, again, we figured out MNAV. I kicked away the healthcare business that they own, which is worth something. I said, okay, they have 5,100 BTC. BTC is at 110,000. That's about 525, 130 million. Semler Scientific market capitalization was at 400 million. I bought this thing as a 0.75 MNAV. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I did not know about the takeover, but it happened. So now we just got to watch paint dry. We just got to wait. There's nothing else I can do. I'm just going to wait. And now I turned this position around like multiple times. What are we doing here? Did we sell any more of these calls? No, we didn't. Okay, that's fine. Do we even want to sell these calls? No, actually. Okay, so the last one is Solana's 2x ETF. I thought we were into support right around 200. Actually broke 200, went to 193. So what do I have? I have a 15. This is going out to November. I have 15 put credit spreads between 23 puts and 20 puts. And with that money and some more of my own money, I went and bought 25 calls, November $25 calls. I paid about $440 for it, and they're about $420. But today I started selling October 30 calls against those. Okay, so reduce my cost, and at the same time, right, create some income, and which I'm going to keep this position. So this is this will be the shortest term trade. SBET I'm going to hold. I'm trying to get into BMNR. I was in BMNR. I did the same thing. That went under 1 MNAV. So those are the positions. I will post them as soon as the market closes today. Now, do I want to sell more of those October 30 calls? No. Maybe. Well, we'll just leave it there. Yeah, so those are the positions, folks. Pretty good day today. Actually, it turned around. It was not that good at the open. But all the cryptos are turning around. So we're fine.